Oh, hell yeah, brother. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on? What is up? It is me. It's your boy.
You gonna finish that sentence?
Skinny pants. Shout out to you, Chris Rich. You would always say that. I miss him. It's almost like he's still here in our hearts.
Yeah.
He's not dead, but he's dead to me. Hello, my name is Fred Stewart, and welcome to Haunts, Graves, and Omens. With me, as always, my lovely co-host.
It's me. It's Taylor. I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything. That's okay. That's okay. We just got back from a nice little meeting for something that involves the podcast that you'll see very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, hold your horses. If you don't have the horses, hold on to your goats. You don't got any goats?
Hold on to your dog.
You don't got a dog? Let's go fuck yourself. So.
I'm thinking we just have a bunch of dog people listening, so.
Ding dong. I was going to do I was going to play a doorbell. I think they call them furries, eh? Dog people?
No. People who like dogs.
I bet there's furries listen to this.
I mean, probably. Okay. If that's what you want to do.
Wow, dude. Taylor's taking a strong... Listen, Taylor, I wasn't coming after you like that. Taylor's taking a strong stance against furries.
I literally said if that's what you want to do is listen to our podcast, that's fine.
Wild.
I don't think that's a strong statement to be making.
It's crazy. Before we get into the continuation of Australian Aliens, which we did last week, which was with Marty Cowick.
Yes. Which
we did 4 weeks ago.
Before he left us.
Yeah. So you might notice a change in camera quality, which is not surprising, but so 4 weeks ago we filmed with Marty to film Australian Aliens because we figured, hey, that'd be a very funny episode for him to do. And then 2 weeks ago we filmed episode 151. So now we're 4 weeks from when we filmed that one. So forgive me if I'm a little... I was also highly intoxicated during that.
We're not now.
No, not now. No. I wish.
I had a water.
I had a non-alcoholic beverage. I had an NA beer. On purpose. Believe that?
That works.
It was an NA Corona, let me tell you.
How was it?
It's not bad. But, so before we continue on our story about Australian aliens, we're going to do what we do almost every week now at this point, which is read you just some of the same headlines that have popped up over the last week. They're out of control. So, a man is charged with throwing a deep freezer at a victim, causing him to fall into Lake Lanier. So, a 42-year-old Metro Atlanta man is facing multiple charges that officials say he knocked another man unconscious at Lake Lanier. Hall County deputies said that it happened on the evening of July 2nd at a boat slip at the 6900 block of Lanier Islands Parkway. The investigation revealed that a 59-year-old male victim, Logan Nicholas Young, 42, and two men were on the victim's boat. The HGO said Young stripped himself of all his clothes in front of the victim and one of the women, leading to an argument. During the argument, Young punched the 59-year-old in his chest and got off the boat, authorities said. According to deputies, the three believed Young went back to his boat, and the victim began walking the two women to the end of the dock. Young then appeared and threw a deep freezer at the victim, HGO said. Deputies said the freezer hit the victim in his head, knocking him out and causing him to fall into the lake. When the 59-year-old regained consciousness, he swam to shore, suffering a large cut to his head. Officials said the victim did refuse medical attention. So,
see, the thing that threw me for a loop, I assume it's a smaller freezer, but when I think of a deep freezer, I think of the big, long ones, you know?
Yeah.
And I assume he didn't just pick up and throw a giant deep freezer at this man. Otherwise, I mean, we have other things to be looking at. This man is apparently Superman.
But what's even funnier is that, well, I don't think it's funny that he knocked a man unconscious with a deep freezer. What I do think is funny is around 3:15 a.m. the following morning, deputies got an arrest warrant for aggravated assault. Deputies announced themselves several times, but said Young turned the boat lights off and silenced his phone. Deputies then entered the houseboat and found Young hiding under the bed. He was arrested and charged with aggravated battery, simple battery, public indecency, and 3 counts of obstruction.
Jesus.
His bond is posted at $3,230, and he was released the following Sunday. So.
Okay.
So, good for him. Taylor, do you have a story?
I sure do.
All right.
I just found this one. A not so hot pursuit of a burglary suspect sees police cars chase tractor excavator at walking pace. Police in South Carolina engaged in a pursuit as they chased down a tractor excavator down a main highway for more than an hour at the speed of an average adult walks.
You know, when they said when Jesus returns, there will be signs, but they never said anything about when Marvin Heemeyer returns. Killdozer lives.
Do you want to guess how fast the chase reached?
5 miles an hour.
3 miles per hour. So the chase reached speeds of 3 miles per hour early Sunday morning in North Charleston, police said. Officers on a different call saw the big piece of construction equipment with treads and a shovel go in front go across U.S. Highway 78 around 3:30 in the morning. A few minutes later, they got a burglary call from a business that was heavily damaged and saw the excavator slowly heading away.
They'll never know it's me. It's the perfect crime.
Several cars joined the slow speed pursuit.
That's hilarious.
And the excavator was going so slow the cruisers would have to briefly stop several times a minute not to pass the construction equipment. I feel like you could just get out and get onto the excavator.
Listen, if they could climb on top of Killdozer when it was going through its rampage, they could have for sure climbed on top of this fucking thing.
They had their blue lights and sirens on and told the excavator driver over their loudspeakers that he was under arrest and needed to stop while other cruisers blocked traffic. The chase went on for an hour and 12 minutes before the excavator drove on Charleston County Fairgrounds property where it got stuck. The driver tried to run but was followed by a drone until police dog and handler caught up. The 53-year-old driver of the excavator was charged with failure to stop for a blue light and 2 counts of malicious injury to real property, and remained in the Charleston County Jail on a $22,000 bond.
He got a higher bond than the dude that fucking smashed a dude's head in with a deep freezer. And then fought deputies. Dude went on a rampage. I don't even really a rampage. Dude went on a slow drive in an excavator.
Yeah.
And then was $22,000 bond.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious to me.
That's awesome.
God, that's so fucking funny.
Do you want to hear the story that made me laugh the most out of more than the man hitting a dude with a deep freezer, which is pretty insane?
Yeah.
A Florida man.
Of course.
Good start.
Yep.
Florida man hijacks Key West sightseeing train for meth-fueled joyride on birthday and picks up passengers. So from the New York Post. Yeah, I want to read that one back for you.
He hijacked a train and just kept picking people up?
Florida man hijacks Key West sightseeing train for meth-fueled joyride on birthday and picks up passengers. You heard that right the first time.
Dude just got himself a new job is all that happened.
Oh, just because I'm a working man doesn't mean I can't just work. So, a man in Florida was arrested on his birthday Friday after authorities caught him absconding with a trackless sightseeing train and even picking up passengers while high on methamphetamine.
As you do.
Yeah, so Joshua Patrick Winslow was celebrating his 57th trip around the sun on Independence Day when he turned up at the Conch Tour train depot in Key West, Florida, and allegedly weaseled his way into conducting one of the vehicles.
Dude just said, you know what? Job change.
Yeah. So Winslow allegedly bamboozled a well-meaning employee into forking over the keys after claiming he used to work at the company years prior and requesting a tour of the train, according to an arrest report obtained by WPLG. The confused employee was left in the dust when Winslow allegedly sped away, thinking that surely the stranger must have had permission to take the train. He did not have permission to take the train, police said.
I'm shocked.
Authorities responded to the depot when the stolen train was reported, and it could be tracked via GPS, but apparently was apparently already downtown.
Oh my god.
Authorities had a general idea of who they were, or who they were looking for almost immediately, as Winslow had left his Kia still running in the parking lot of the depot, blasting rock music, according to an arrest report.
Was it like dad rock, or what kind of rock was it?
It had to have been like Creed or something.
Like Nickelback.
Yeah.
I don't say that to shit on Nickelback. I like Nickelback. I'm gonna take a hard stance on that. I like Nickelback.
Brave but true. Police were able to nab Winslow and the train was intact. He had somehow coodled two oblivious strangers into joining him for a ride.
Oh my god.
Winslow exhibited a rapid speech and appeared excited, even when police told him about the charges he faced. He claimed he only borrowed the train. Again, he insisted he worked for the company and noted that today is my birthday. Today is my birthday.
That's, I get it, man. You can't arrest someone on their birthday.
Yeah, upon a search, he said that they discovered what he claimed to be a weed pipe, but it was apparently full of methamphetamine. Methamphetamine. Yes.
Great.
I'll learn these key bites eventually. Everything. But here in a couple weeks.
You won't have to.
I won't have to. Do I wait? Do I wait? Do I wait to tell a surprise?
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm so excited.
I know. You're bad at waiting on surprises.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah, that's it. You are.
God bless.
God bless.
So, Taylor, last week we covered Australian Aliens,
Yes.
part one, might I add. And
I didn't intend for it to be a two-parter. I'm just going to make that clear. I just got too excited about Australian Aliens.
there was a lot of rambling on my behalf and Marty's behalf. Mainly my behalf.
Yes, but also, I just really like aliens.
Aliens are great.
Aliens are cool.
They're cool. And we talked about a lot of really terrifying encounters. Some of them being the Pleiadians
Yes.
coming into the person's room, making
Yes.
a horrible experience. You might have seen the TikTok about it. might have seen a TikTok about it. But it was great.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So now we're going to continue on the story of Australian aliens right where we left off, somewhere around where Taylor stopped talking.
Yes.
Surely she made a note.
I did, actually. I think I might have put it like a paragraph too low, but it's fine. It's fine. So we're going to talk about...
Oh, one thing I must say real quick. You know the perfect thing to drink while talking about aliens?
What?
Liquid Death. Please sponsor me. Please sponsor me. Please sponsor me. Please sponsor me.
That would be nice, actually. I would like that. I would like a sponsor from them. That'd be really cool. Please do this.
We have space on the wall. We can put something up over there. Maybe someone to the other side. A little Liquid Death sign. I'm just saying. I'm just spitballing here. Anyway.
That would be nice.
I like your water.
You guys got good water. So we left off on kind of the Amy, Keith, and Petra story where they just ended up disappearing after an encounter with Men in Black.
Yeah.
I'm
KT? Bring back that stupid bit. Yeah.
So stupid. So this is our next story. And this one, so we kind of... I'm going back in time. I didn't intend to do it that way, but that's how it worked out. So we're just going backwards. So we started in the 2000s and then like late 90s, I believe, is when the other one took place.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to January 20th of 1988.
Where was I January 20th, 1988?
Not alive?
No, I was around. Hanging out. What was I doing?
Swimming?
Yeah. I think I was. Swimming somewhere.
All right, so this is about the Knowles family and their drive along the remote Nullarbor Plain, which I think we have actually talked about this specific area in one of our cryptid stories. I can't remember what the cryptid was, but Nullarbor. Sounds real familiar.
Nullarbor.
Sounds really familiar. I'm probably saying it wrong. That's okay. Australians, don't come for me. Thank you. So, don't nod.
Well, I'm just saying, don't come for me. Don't come for me. Don't do it. I watched multiple episodes of Bondi Rescue last night, all right? I think I know anything there is to know about Australians. I also watched Air Rescue Australia, dude. R&R. Basically Australian now.
Yeah, there you go. So this was a seemingly mundane trip from Perth to Melbourne, which quickly turned to terror when they encountered an unidentified flying object that tormented them for 90 minutes. So it's not a short encounter.
No, not by any means. That's a whole movie.
Some movies, yes.
Yeah.
I always think of movies as being 2 hours long.
Oh, 9 minutes. That's a solid movie right there.
What movie?
Oh, one of the ones we watched the other night. Doesn't matter. We're getting off topic. But
so yeah, 90 minutes.
That's quite a while.
Yeah. So a large glowing object, quote, like a big ball, chased Faye Knowles and her adult sons Patrick, Wayne, and Sean.
Sorry. You're gonna have to run that name back for me for a second.
Faye Knowles.
Faye Knowles.
Faye Knowles. Same last name as Beyonce.
Faye Knowles.
No. Great. So, meanwhile, you're making fun of their name. They were chased by a big object down the highway.
My bad. I'm sorry. Listen. Sorry, Faye Knowles.
And
Got
also
chased by a big ball.
of light. A large glowing object. So it chased them down the highway before landing on their roof and plucking them into the air.
Oh.
So, quote, it apparently picked the car up off the road, shook it quite violently, and forced the car back onto the road with such pressure that one of the tires was blown. A police spokesperson told media at the time.
Wow. So that's like an actual and like pretty intense abduction.
Yes.
To get like just sucked up like that.
Mm-hmm. So, in a state of shock, Sean Knowles put his foot on the accelerator as his mother screamed, but according to reports, their voices distorted like time was slowing down.
Weird.
Yeah. Quote, I wound down the window and felt this thing on the roof. All of this smoke started coming into the car, and the car was covered in black stuff. Almost like soot.
Like soot?
That's what I'm thinking. She just says stuff. I assume it's like soot.
Or like goo?
Probably not goo.
Maybe it's goo. We don't know. Could be goo.
Could be.
It's probably goo.
Quote, it was a small light, and then all of a sudden it became big, like this big ball. We thought we were dying. We then got out of the car, and we hid behind a little tree and the bushes, and it couldn't find us. The family eventually made it to Seduna and reported the bizarre events to police, who took the report seriously, surprisingly, given the state of which the car was in, which it was dented and had like dust, soot all over it.
Yeah, that's very rare that, like, I mean, it must be an Australian police thing then, because American police, like, go back towards like the Mothman episode 1. Those people came flying in that police station. They're like, oh my god, we were chased by a winged monster. The cops were like, damn, that's fucking scary. I'm not doing that.
That's crazy.
And then like they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But like these Australian cops were like, yeah, Yeah, we'll go now. We'll look into that.
I accidentally, got speared in the nose with my foot. Poor thing.
Poor puppy.
Poor puppy. Come here. Maybe you shouldn't hang your head off of the couch like you are. You're being a psycho. I love you. Yeah, so kind of getting a little further into the story, Faye relocated with her children from Adelaide to Perth, seeking new work and a fresh start in a different city. Her 3 adult sons, Patrick, who was 24, Wayne, who's 21, and Sean, who was 18, decided to move with her for better job opportunities. So, along with their 2 pet dogs, the family packed up and prepared for the move. They decided to travel by car, but it was a lengthy trip ahead of them. And their destination was over 2,700 kilometers through one of Australia's most isolated areas. Get up here.
I'm having a hard time focusing due to the fact that the dog is...
Being the dog.
Being the dog.
Come here. You're a psychopath. You're a psychopath. Get up here. Come on. Come here. Thank you. All right.
Adelaide, Perth.
Yeah. So the trip would take a few days, but they weren't really worried. Faye had recently purchased a second-hand Ford Telstar that was in good working order, and they would be sharing the driving between the 4 of them. The family was pretty excited about this road trip, considering it was a new adventure and chapter in their lives. They were... There's so much happening. Please lay down. I'm gonna hit you with this pillow if you keep it up. Lay down. God. So the Knowles family were about 14 hours into their long trip when they first encountered the UFO at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Sean was driving and they were about... I'm gonna... Lay down. God. She's usually fine, but today she wants to dig at literally everything. Lay down! I'm gonna let you get abducted by aliens if you don't lay down. Lay down. God. She has made a mess over here.
We set up Spirit in a nice little bed every time we record the podcast, and she usually just sleeps. She actually usually sleeps on the set when I'm awake in the middle of the night because I work night shift. And for some reason now she's just...
Today she's decided no pillows, no comfort, just chaos. And that's fine. I just don't know how audible her digging is. There we go. So then it's about 4 o'clock in the morning. Sean was driving. They were about 40 kilometers west of Mundrabilla, which is...
Mundrabilla?
Yeah, near the West Australian border. They saw a bright light floating ahead of them in the distance, and as they got closer, the bright light moved swiftly towards the vehicle. It was about 1 meter wide, glowing bright and white with a yellow center. Sean says the light was like an egg in a teacup and disappeared after jumping around a bit. Is this like anything you've heard of before?
Like an egg in a teacup.
Yeah, so it's like this white light with a yellow center, and it's like jumping around.
A flying egg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a flying egg before?
When I was younger.
A flig, if you will.
I don't think that's okay. I don't think you're allowed to say that. I think that's not okay.
So the light then moved and began hovering threateningly above the family sedan, and they were distracted and panicked by the blinding light directly above them. Sean had to swerve quickly after drifting into the next lane to avoid collision with an oncoming passing vehicle. After this dangerous close call, the light turned its attention to the other car they nearly hit, leaving the Knowles alone. The light chased after that car. So there's somebody else out there with a very similar story that probably hasn't come forward.
It's me. I saw the flying egg. I didn't want to talk about it until now. I'm not going to.
Okay. The family were logically trying to explain what they had just seen, and they reasoned that it must have been a trick of the light from an oncoming car. Because, you know, every time I see an oncoming car light, I think, that's a flying egg.
Well, I think about that every time I'm in the car. I see a car driving towards me, and I go, oh my God, eggs can fly.
Yeah.
And then I realize I'm high on mescaline and have no idea. I shouldn't be behind the wheel.
You're just on peyote or something?
Yeah, always.
Okay, cool. However, after only a short time later, their unexpected traveling companion returned. Left that car and said, nah, I think I'm gonna go fuck with these people. It left to go chase another car and then said, nah, I'm going back. I didn't terrorize them enough.
No, those guys are kind of weird. What are you guys doing? What are you up to? How you going? Just a cute little flying egg. Meanwhile, it's just like...
Except it's a meter wide. So that's 3 feet? 3.3 feet? That's great. That's a big-ass egg.
It's a big egg.
What kind of eggs you seen?
I don't know, dude. It's Australia. There's a lot of horrible things that exist there.
I don't think giant eggs are one of them. If you live in Australia and you're watching this, tell us. Do you have giant eggs flying around plaguing you guys?
Do you guys have giant eggs?
So this time there would be no passing traffic on the lonely road to distract this light from the family car. The UFO soon returned and again appeared directly above the car, but this time they heard a heavy clunking noise. It was as if something had landed on the roof, and the Knowles believed it to be an alien spacecraft. Unfortunately, the family had problems recalling the next sequence of events after the craft landed on their roof, making it uncontrollable and heavy. Faye remembers winding down her window and touching her hand on the car's roof. She recalls touching something warm, rubbery, and spongy before retracting her hand, which now felt hot and covered in black dust. I don't know about you, my car roof is always warm, rubbery, and spongy.
What?
Is your roof not like that?
No.
I might need a new roof.
Yeah. My first car that I ever owned, funny enough, it was so... I didn't spend it, but my family spent $500 on it. It was used through multiple generations of people.
Yeah.
But the roof was so bad that I used to be able to poke holes and then hit the roof. And if I push hard enough, I can make little dents in the roof.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was cool. It was a good car. I love that car. 10 out of 10. Would buy again.
For $500?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it runs in this economy.
Yeah, and I definitely don't run in this economy, you know what I'm saying?
Me neither. So, a gray-black, foul-smelling mist then invaded the car through an open window. Family then heard a peculiar, high-pitched noise that actually started agitating the dogs. The dogs.
The dogs.
The dogs. I started going into an accent there, and I was like, hold on.
The dogs.
It started agitating
the
dogs.
So the feel-smelling mist sort of coming through the window, sort of upsetting the dogs. Yeah, that's so this excuse me. This UFO starts farting and starts just, and then it gets embarrassed, starts screaming.
I guess.
That's pretty weird.
So it was then that the whole family suffered from complete disorientation. They claimed that their voices lowered in pitch and slowed down, with everyone sounding very far away, even though they were only meters apart from each other. I mean, y'all, I assume, have seen a car and sat in a car. They're not very far from each other.
You're expecting me to say something, and I'm not. You're expecting some sort of commentary on this podcast?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
They're like from me to you apart, if that. And they sound super far away.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, man.
It is weird.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted you to say. I wanted you to say something, but you were just...
I was just processing that information. Then she starts staring at me like, say something. Say anything.
I wanted commentary.
Say something funny, you funny man. Am I some sort of jester for your amusement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty funny. Professional funny man, Fred Stewart. I'm legally insane.
No, he's not. In a blind panic, Sean now hit the gas and accelerated the car to its top speed, which was around 150 kilometers an hour. The Ford, however, was no match for this strange egg craft. And the family was horrified to feel the car, like, wheels leaving the road as they were lifted slightly into the air. So... that's fucking weird.
Yeah, this might be the first ever time where we've actually talked about a UFO attempted abduction. If I'm assuming it's turned into an actual abduction, where they don't just like lure them out of the vehicle some way and then they just take them. They're like, we're taking the whole fucking car.
Well, like, I don't know. Maybe they were just like frustrated. They're like hovering over this car and this car is trying to speed away, and they were like, no. Like when you're like trying to correct a cat from doing something bad, you just pick them up, you know?
I said we had dinner reservations at Margaritaville. We have to go and party.
Do they have? I don't think they have Margaritavilles in Australia.
I'm looking it up. We'll find out. I'll find out the truth for you, so you don't have to.
If Australia doesn't have Margaritavilles, you guys are missing out on just pure vibes. Food, it's okay. The vibes, however, are immaculate. And that is the only reason to go to a Margaritaville. Can we go to the Margaritaville Resort in Florida?
Sure. And I have some unfortunate news that just hit the podcast. Margaritaville in Australia is permanently closed.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so we can't go to Australia for Margaritaville, but we could go to Florida and stay at the hotel.
Can't wait.
Can we go live in the, like, Margaritaville in Florida? It's all, like, themed names, all the roads.
Sure, honey. We can do whatever you want.
That's it. We're moving to Florida.
Help me.
But what I say goes, apparently.
As long as I can build my killdozer, that's all that matters. Key West. Count your days.
Suddenly, the next sensation that the Knowles felt was the wheels making contact with the asphalt with a hard thud, followed by the sound of one of the sedan's tires bursting from the impact. The light then disappeared and the family was left in the dark, terrified. They fled from the vehicle and hid in some low bushes nearby, and this was the right move because the light returned shortly afterward and briefly hovered over the now abandoned car. The Knowles did find it kind of strange. The craft was seemingly unable to find them outside of the vehicle and then just left. Yeah. It's like when you're like kind of just like half-ass looking and then you're like, I don't see it. And it's like right there.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of weird though that they were able to just like while they're in the car just be like totally like dead set on like doing all this shit to them.
Yeah.
The moment they get out of the car, they're like, "Where'd you guys go? Hey, who turned on the lights? Hey!"
It is weird, like that they were able to tell when things were in, like when people were in the car and when people weren't in the car. That's super fucking weird. You think it was like?
So what you're saying is the aliens are stupid?
I didn't say that. You said that. Grace, get him.
Do what needs to be done.
I think if I were gonna get abducted, it would be by the Nords.
If I get abducted while on the podcast, that might be the best podcast episode ever.
You know they wouldn't leave evidence. Fuck up everything.
Conspiracies. I don't know, dude. I'm tired.
So after waiting a little longer to ensure they were alone again, the family quickly changed their flat tire in record time, and then the family drove to the closest town, which is Seduna, and pulled right into the town's police station where they reported it to the police. The news story broke the next day, and the media coverage was a lot. UFO Attacks family led the morning news and appeared in newspapers countrywide. So this was a big deal in 1988. Mm-hmm. Everyone said, this fucking family saw aliens and it's shaped like an egg, and then it picked up their car and then couldn't find them.
Aliens!
The nation was hooked on the story. After all, it had elements of a horror movie. First, there was the isolated remote location, then the terror of the actual physical encounter, and then there was actual physical evidence, which is crazy. Usually aliens are better at that. They don't leave a lot of evidence. They make you sound crazy. The police inspected the car after interviewing the Knowles family, and they discovered damage to the vehicle's exterior, which included dents on the roof and ash coating inside and outside the vehicle.
Yeah, that might be the first time we've ever covered an abduction or attempted abduction story that involves, like, ash.
Yeah.
That's very unique.
It is very unique. Maybe there were different aliens at the time.
Maybe. I mean,
this is 1988. I'm sure they have improved.
Yeah.
On everything.
They're like the one redneck aliens where they're like, we're burning coal, brother. Woo!
My question is, like, what was on the roof of the car?
Nothing good.
Like, it has dents in the roof of the car, but also when she stuck her hand out the window, it was like warm and spongy.
Ugh. Maybe SpongeBob was a documentary.
The SpongeBob movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was similar. David Hasselhoff for that. It's real life.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how that works.
Mm-hmm. So the ash coating was later tested and determined to be dirt from the plane, meaning, quote, the car was just extremely dusty.
Okay.
I don't know if I believe it. Also, why is it black? Why is it ash? Like, it's like dirt. I get, that's like kind of brown on the car and whatever. But this was like gray black.
And this occurred just outside, like in Western Australia, right?
Just outside, yes.
So
about a half hour outside the West Australia.
West Australia. So if I just pull up a random,
it's all red.
It's all the red clay that we know from Australia.
Yeah.
So
why was it gray black?
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Like, okay, yeah, sure, maybe it was just dirt, right? Chemically tested, and it's just dirt. Why is it gray? Why is it ashy?
Yeah. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like a cover-up.
Maybe.
All right.
You never know. Could be. So yeah, I mean, like, you can always expect when you're driving through dry and dusty areas for your car to become coated in that dust, but it's weird that the dust was found inside the car. Because, like, yeah, you could have the window open and dust could get in, but if there's that much dust, roll up a fucking window.
Yeah.
Like, none of this is making sense to me. The police did, however, take the report very seriously. The family did not appear to be making up such a strange story. On the contrary, they seemed fearful and sincere. The police decided that the Knowles believed what they had told them and ruled out the possibility of a hoax. So, lending credibility to their story, the Knowles were also just some of the people to report a sighting that night. The drivers of another car and a truck also claimed to have spotted the same strange light on the highway. However, they did not get a close enough look of it or experience anything similar to the Knowles family. Interestingly, though, that same night, some tuna fishermen were 50 kilometers at sea in the Great Australian Bight. Bight? That's what it says.
Just like me when I read notes. Anything that's not from the U.S. Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. They claimed that they were also buzzed by a bright light in the night sky and suffered the similar voice distortion as the Knowles family. This encounter seemed to be less aggressive, however. While certainly alarmed, they did not report the feelings of fear that the Knowles family experienced.
So with most like UFO stories that we cover, we usually hear the same thing over and over again about how there is, like a time issue, right? Where like the time seems to like effectively freeze, like slow for them, but not like this.
Yeah.
It's usually like they lose time loss.
It's like a lapse in time.
Lapse in time, but this is like time is like physically slowing down, and like you're just like, that's fucking weird.
It is weird.
Like, and then the whole distance where they sound like they're far away, but they're next to each other.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of any other case where we've covered where it's been like that.
That's been reported.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really, really weird. But yeah, so the fisherman who reported the encounter had no way of knowing about the attack on the Knowles family, which occurred half an hour earlier. The Royal Australian Air Force at Edinburgh, South Australia, was contacted and adamant that it had no aircraft in the region at the time to account for the sightings. If it had been the Royal Australian Air Force, I don't think they'd be picking up cars off the ground, personally. I don't know about you.
I don't think so.
The Knowles family over the following weeks were interviewed by national media. The general public was pretty divided on a logical explanation in the paranormal. However, most agreed that the family was truthful and generally appeared to believe that they had experienced a UFO encounter. So this is just a weird encounter altogether. Mm-hmm. That's it. I mean, that's kind of what all that happened to them.
They just had this one encounter and it's over and done with?
Yeah.
Never had any return visitors?
I guess not. Not that they reported.
Yeah, it might be kind of hard to go back and be like, so they came back and turns out it's the big baby in the sky from the Teletubbies. Hate to see it.
That was the egg. It was just Teletubbies, baby.
It was a giant egg that came from the sky. And it was this yeah, that's weird, man.
Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I picked it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking odd.
Australia's just gotta listen. Australians, listen to me. Okay? I know what you're listening. Because believe me, I checked the stats, and Australians do listen to the show, surprisingly. What is going on out there? You guys and gals are fucking weird. You guys got like some of the worst venomous creatures on the planet, the most terrifying creatures on the planet. Your fucking UFOs are eggs. And then you guys are just like, yeah, we'll just brush that off. What are you talking about?
I will say, I know people always say how like Australia seems like super dangerous because of all the wildlife, and they're right, but I want to go to Australia.
So do I. That's it. Like, that's what we're announcing. HGO Tour 2026. Australia, we're coming to you.
That would be so fun. Be a long drive. Long drive? Long trip.
Be a long drive.
Through the ocean.
We'll take an Uber.
It's like one of those duck like cars, the boats.
Yeah.
that they always like have at fucking San Diego. Just hijack one of those and take it.
Bring me that horizon. And then it's just like 15 days later, we're still in the middle of the ocean. Just like, where are we going again?
Australia.
Oh, cool.
How far are we? Can you Google Maps it?
Can you give me a Waze on how to get there?
I need to know if there's any police on the way.
Can you MapQuest it?
I don't have a printer.
Damn. It would be really funny to use Waze and then just like put like little police icons in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Just to confuse the fuck out of people.
Who else is in the middle of the ocean using Waze?
That's a good question. I don't know. The aliens? Perhaps. Wrong button.
The MapQuest comment brought me back, though. I remember always having that printed out. Like, you're trying to read the directions and you'd miss it. Your mom is just like, what the fuck are you doing? Read! That's what my mom did to me.
My mom would leave me in the car to go drink in the bar.
Oh, my mom always got so mad when I didn't read the directions right. It was always a struggle for me. I'm not the best like passenger for directions, as you know, you've learned. Because like I can try and direct you right to the right place.
Sure.
But it's last minute when I tell you to turn.
Oh yeah, so
we've had that happen quite a few times.
Yeah, just like, so what do I turn? And you're like,
here. Like
here. Yeah.
Not even like, oh, at the next turn off, turn right.
At the next right, make it right. No, you're just like, just go with your heart.
I know how to get there in my head.
Sitting there in the passenger, you're rubbing your fucking crystals, expecting me to know which way to turn.
I remember trying to go to my grandma's one time, and you were like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. And I was like, honestly, me neither, to be honest.
Every day. It's an incredible gift that I get to live.
I do great. I do great at directions. So You're welcome.
Thanks.
So we're going to go to the next story now that I've admitted I'm awful at directions. On Wednesday, the 6th of April in 1966, students and a teacher from Westall High School, which is now Westall Secondary College, reported seeing a flying object. It was described as round with a domed top and white, gray, or silver in color. Sounds like someone trying to describe like a subject that took off fleeing. They're like, it was white, gray, silver, maybe? It was a color.
Isn't white and gray just silver?
It's white, gray, or silver. They are all fairly close enough, so I guess I can let it slide this time, but...
Yeah, it's where it stands to take. It's like that one time we started crashing out over when we did Bonnie and Clyde over hot chocolate in June.
I still think that's weird.
It wasn't in June, it was in January. She doesn't remember, but I remember.
I don't remember nothing. So according to the students, the object descended behind a row of trees into the Grange, which is an open area south of the school. Some accounts describe the object as being pursued by 5 unidentified aircraft. Sean Matthews was on vacation at the Grange and reported seeing an object with a slight purple hue, about twice the size of a family car. Some witnesses reported seeing the object take off after landing, and some reported seeing it hover rather than land. When students walked out onto the Grange, after the sighting, they reported a landing site, but details varied between reports. Students variously described a circle of grass as burnt, boiled, or pressed down. One student interviewed by a local newspaper described a vague circular area flattened by the wind. Students also reported varying numbers of circles from 1 to 3. On the 9th of June, April. Where the fuck did I get June from?
Talking about June earlier.
Apparently my brain was holding on to that.
Hot chocolate on the brain as per usual.
So on April 9th, which was 3 days later, Air Force personnel and UFO enthusiasts visited the site but reported nothing of interest. Then the landowner burned the field to discourage people from entering the property.
Natural reaction.
He said, I'm fucking tired of it.
I'm tired of it. You know the best way to keep people off your property is?
Burn it down?
Arson.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
So, an Australian newspaper called The Age described it at the time as a weather balloon. Quote, object, perhaps balloon, an unidentified flying object seen over the Clayton-Moorabbin area yesterday might have been a weather balloon. Hundreds of children and a number of teachers at Westall School watched the object during morning break. The Weather Bureau released a balloon at Laverton at 8:30 a.m. and the westerly wind blowing at the time could have moved it into an area where the sighting was reported. Listen, we've been through this. We went through this in the U.S. It's not a fucking weather balloon. When is it ever a weather balloon?
Well, you know, that begs the question, like how the whole, remember a couple of years ago when the, up in Alaska, they intercepted a strange object and they shot it down. It was right around the balloon incident.
Mm-hmm.
People were saying.
Yeah.
And they shot it down over Alaska, and then they went out for a crew to go get it, and then we heard nothing else about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It's never a weather balloon.
Everybody just kind of assumed, oh, it's probably just a weather balloon. Guess what? It probably wasn't a weather balloon.
Probably not. I'd say probably not. The newspaper also said a number of small airplanes circled around it. However, a check later showed that no commercial, private, or RAAF pilots had reported anything unusual in the area. According to Keith Basterfield, a runaway balloon from the High Altitude Balloon Project used to monitor radiation levels after British nuclear tests at Mar-a-Lago is a likely explanation. Is it? Is it, Keith?
Yeah, Keith, is it?
Is it, Keith? Because I don't think it is. It could be. Who the fuck knows? This one doesn't. Obviously, in the 1960s, it was a little like less solidified. Things get lost in translation, and there's less evidence of things, as we can see between the 20-year gap of this and our last story.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
So, Basterfield located documents in National Archives and former Department of Supply indicating a test balloon launched from Mildura may have blown off course, quote, and came down in Clayton South in a paddock near Westall High School, alarming and baffling hundreds of eyewitnesses, including teachers and students. Basterfield said that highball balloons had a white-silver appearance and featured a parachute and gas tube trailing from the top, which is consistent with witness descriptions. However, there were also reports after the incident, quote, men in suits cautioned witnesses not to discuss details of the secret government exercise.
So the Men in Black are in Australia.
We covered this in the first Australian episode.
They're still in Australia. They never left Australia. But they're in Australia beforehand.
Yeah, they were.
Australia's not real. You're not real.
They've been in Australia.
Yeah, I just think about because the Men in Black here are very. I imagine they're probably very much the same in Australia, where they're very spooky. But just the idea of Australian Men in Black is very fun to me.
Yeah.
Of in the U.S. they're like, don't be talking about all that crazy UFO stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
And then they just show up to your door in Australia and be like, I might. No, don't be doing that. No, don't be doing that. Yeah.
What we're not going to do is discuss details of the secret government exercise.
What? Don't be talking about the secret government exercise I'm definitely not supposed to mention. Fuck.
According to skeptic Brian Dunning, quote, the weather balloon is a likely explanation for the first half of the event. Dunning suggested a nylon target drogue, like a windsock, towed by one plane, used for the others to chase, was known to be in use by the local RAAF at the time, was, quote, at least one very reasonable possibility for the second half. Dunning added that as years have passed, descriptions of what was seen have now become diluted with made-up descriptions by an unknown number of students who didn't see anything, so there's no way to know which is which. I don't know. That one's a little harder to know what it is. Could have been a windsock or a weather balloon or a secret government exercise.
Sounds like Taylor's trying to cover it up for the Australian government, and I won't let her.
I don't know. That one's a little harder because there's not as much evidence. I definitely can see that this last story we talked about, definitely aliens. This one is a little harder to...
I do love the fact that you have a hard time believing that story. Meanwhile, you've told a story about an orangutan ghost that used to kill people.
The ghost orangutan of La Rue something.
La Rue Croissant.
Croissant, yes. Of course.
But you believe that. But not the fact that a person encountered aliens and were visited by the Men in Black.
I'm not saying the Men in Black don't exist in Australia. We know they exist.
She's trying to cover it up, and I'm not going to let her.
I also have one more, and this is actual confidential, classified document from the 24th of July of 1960.
Interesting. When we post this episode, check the Instagram because I'll have the screenshots of that on there.
Yeah, I found that and I was like, well, I can't really copy and paste that, so I guess I'm putting it in my document and trying to read it.
Did you feel like a cool like a
spy?
Yeah.
Like a tech person? Yeah. I was like, oh, a thing.
Did you hear like the music being like and you're like
Criminal Minds like intro in the background?
And you're like, I'm compiling all the information. I have the information now.
Just call me Penelope Garcia.
Yeah, and also call me Penelope Garcia.
Are you a blonde tech analyst for the BAU?
You're goddamn right.
So, this is kind of hard to read, so I'm going to have my phone like really close because it's tiny fucking lettering and I can't do anything about it. So, this is about an unidentified light in the Wewak.
No way.
W-E-W-A-K. Wewak. Is it a long A or a short A? I don't know.
In Papua New Guinea?
It's still like the area of Australia. I think it's close to Australia. Maralinga.
Completely different place, but
well,
I'll let you have it.
Isn't it kind of close?
Yeah, it's just north.
Okay, then fuck off. I'm gonna use it because it's close enough to Australia. Okay. It's Oceania aliens. There you go.
Pronounced Wewak.
Wewak. Okay. Cool. Good to know. We'll just call this Oceania. or is it Oceania? Whatever the fuck you say it.
Sure.
It's the like.
You don't need to explain it to me. I know what you're talking about.
You're not correcting me. I don't know if I'm saying it right or wrong.
We're back, baby.
At Wewak, the site of the Vixen A tests, approximately 15 miles from Maralinga village, are a number of static balloons used in instrumentation. At 7:15 on July 15th, 1960, a telephone report was received from Constable Hubert Dave Scarborough, which is in different lettering than the rest of this. That's so weird. Who is stationed on the site, that a balloon had burnt in the air. The balloon officer made an inspection and found that all balloons were intact. The constable was questioned and said that he was sitting in his caravan at approximately 7:05 p.m. Is that 7:50? I don't fucking know what the fuck they're talking about here. I don't know what 7:5 p.m. is. When his attention was drawn to a light of approximately the power of bright moonlight playing on the ground. He left the caravan and saw what he described as a white light traveling from east to west, and as it came nearer or grew larger, it turned to a red color. Because of its position and height, he first thought that it was a balloon of fire and reported it as such. Owing the lack of knowledge to distance away, it was found difficult to estimate the size of the light. The only fact contributed that could assist was the light appeared to occupy 1.5 to 2 degrees of the horizon. The constable thought that the light burned for 30 seconds. Constable Richard Henry Maxwell, who was outside the caravan at roadside 13 miles from the village, saw a light out of the corner of his eye at about 7 p.m. He thought the light appeared to come from the direction of Wewak, a distance of 2.25 miles. As far as he knows, the light did not play on the ground in his immediate vicinity. The light made so little impression on his mind that he failed to mention it to his companion when he returned to the caravan, and recalled it only when he received a telephone call from the constable at Wewak, inquiring if the light had been witnessed at roadside. The light was observed from the village at about the same time from the following personnel: Captain Keith Angus Ross, catering officer Trevor James Hoskins, technical assistant, and Russell McFarlane Kingsley, and Ian Kenneth Haskard, who was a supervising technician. So, like 6 people witnessed this.
Mm-hmm.
This little light doing some weird little shit.
You'd be the greatest government spook to ever exist. Because, like...
This little light doing some weird little shit.
Because you just show up to somebody's house, be like, you see this light doing some fuck-ass shit? Huh? Have you? Have you?
Have you?
Have you? You can tell me.
You can tell me if you saw it.
I didn't see anything.
I think you saw the light doing some fucked up shit. I'm like just so convincing because I'm just like, I think you did.
Come on.
Come on, bud. All gave more or less the same description. They saw a light over the REME workshop building in the village and coming from the general direction of Wewak. There was some disagreement as to the duration of the light. This varied between 2 and 15 seconds. The discrepancy could be explained by some people seeing the light some seconds after it first appeared. The person who saw it for 15 seconds was able to reconstruct his movements at the particular time, and it is thought that his estimate is reasonable. While an agreement could not be reached as to the exact time, all agree that it was sometime after 7 p.m. Inquiries with negative result were made of Woomera in a case of firing had taken place and witnessed in this area. The same source was used to contact a survey party from Exawil Pty Limited, who were camped in the vicinity of Emu in an effort to discover if they had witnessed any phenomenon such as a meteor. This result was negative. So, I got more. It's so fucking hard to read this document. Like, it's so little. And I have it zoomed in as far as I can go without...
It's going to look great when I post it on Instagram and the bitrate just destroys it.
Yeah, probably. I think it might be fine. Honestly, I don't remember where the fuck I found this. But I found it.
Aliens, perhaps?
The aliens put it on my FYP.
Oh, shit. We
So,
think you might like this fucking weird shit.
his weird shit was us.
LOL. Hashtag very funny.
A suggestion that the light could have been produced by a photo flash from a high-flying aircraft was discounted. No aircraft was heard at the time, and in any case, no known photo flash has a duration of anything like 15 seconds. Scientific personnel who would have the know-how were questioned in case the light was the result of a practical joke. Assurances were given that no member of the scientific parties were responsible. One practical suggestion was made by a scientific officer that the light could have been caused by St. Elmo's fire. The balloon electricity does build up sufficiently to electrify the anchor vehicle. 3 balloons are in line with the position where the light was observed from way back and approximately half mile from the caravan. At such distance, it is understood that 1.5 degrees of the horizon could be calculated to approximately 40 feet. Opportunity was taken during a visit to Adelaide to attempt more research into the static electricity at Adelaide Public Library. No reference book produced gave much useful information. The following description of St. Elmo's fire was extracted from the encyclopedia, which is the glow accompanying the brush-like discharges of atmospheric electricity, which usually appears as a tip of light on the extremity of pointed objects such as church towers and masts of ships during stormy weather. It is commonly accompanied by a crackling or fizzing noise, which was not reported. And also, it doesn't exactly sound like St. Elmo's fire.
Not quite.
Not quite. Mr. Oliver Harry Turner, health physics officer who possesses an inquiring mind, made an independent investigation and extensive calculations. He's of the opinion the light was not the result of natural phenomenon, but caused by an unidentified flying object, either a cone from a satellite or, quote, a flying saucer. It is felt that all avenues of inquiry at Maralinga have now been covered, and it is not possible to positively identify the source of the light. It is, however, felt that the light was the result of meteor or static electricity. So that's what they're saying they think it is. But
sounds like a cover-up to me.
Sounds a little fishy.
And for those of you who don't know what St. Elmo's fire is and are too lazy to look it up, St. Elmo's fire is a visible electrical discharge, a form of plasma that occurs when an electrical field is strong enough to ionize the air around a pointed object. Basically, it creates a bunch of electricity.
I said that.
Well, did you?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm fucking out of it today.
You just weren't listening to me.
That's not surprising. I was busy looking up photos of St. Elmo's fire. But looking up photos of St. Elmo's fire compared to what they described, it doesn't seem at all.
Yeah, knowing what I know about St. Elmo's fire, which isn't a lot, but I do know kind of what it looks like.
Then it was a movie named St. Elmo's Fire, which I don't know anything about.
Isn't there a song too?
There is a song.
Is it Billy Joel?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just work here.
You don't even work here.
I know. But that was fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Weird that you also found 4 more classified documents. That's probably going to be fun.
I don't know where I found it. On the internet somewhere.
Well, if they were still classified, sorry about that.
They're not now.
They're not anymore.
I don't remember where I found those. That's going to bug me.
Yeah, it also kind of reminds me of, you ever heard of the game called War Thunder?
No.
Well, it's a game where they use like boats and tanks and planes and shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of the threads keep getting in trouble because people keep posting classified documents. Because they'll be like, oh, whatever, X-Plane can do this as capabilities. And they're like, no, it can't, idiot. I fucking work on them. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll prove it. And then they post a bunch of classified information. It's happened more than once.
Oh my god.
It's happened quite a few times.
That's crazy.
It keeps happening. So if you just accidentally just read off a list of classified information.
It's classified from the 1960s, though, so I think by this time it has been declassified.
Whoopsie daisies.
How was I
What
supposed
are you
to
gonna
know?
do?
It was on the internet.
What are you gonna do? It was on the internet. Whoops.
If it's on the internet, it's free game. Sorry. That's just how the internet works.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Sorry, New Guinea.
Sorry about that, New Guinea. My bad. Well, Tay, what a fun and incredibly confusing episode.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot happening. Australian aliens, y'all are weird.
Mm-hmm. I know, I put it together.
And the Down Under. Well, Taylor says I can't spoil the surprise, so it has to wait.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We should wait.
We should wait.
You know I'm right.
I unfortunately, and I won't admit it.
Yeah, he does that often. When I'm right, he won't admit it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun though. I can't wait. But we have a fun surprise coming to the podcast, and it's gonna be filling a large Marty-sized hole.
Well, now you've just spoiled it.
Well, no, I didn't. I didn't spoil anything.
They don't know who it is, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, stop alluding to it. Stop talking about it.
You started it.
I'm just saying it's gonna fill a Marty-sized hole because Marty moved away.
I know.
Yeah.
I know Marty moved away.
Yeah.
Fucking
He's not coming back. He might come back. I don't know. We'll see. But nonetheless, episode 152, 153, what is this? Was great. 154 is about to get real fucking dark. And 155.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Oh, boy. You just wait. I've had this episode primed for a while.
There was something I was going to write an episode about. I can't remember what it was.
We're going to be on the Omens. That's one thing. So a couple of things I want to talk about. Do some housekeeping. So obviously me and Taylor need to get back into Twitch streaming. That needs to be a thing. But was kind of in the talks about bringing back HGO gaming. If you guys would be interested, let us know. Bringing that back. Me and Marty used to get scared, but now he's dead to me, so he's not coming back.
Not now.
Not now. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And what games would you like to see me and Taylor cry over? Because we'll do it.
He'll play them, I'll watch.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like when I played Alien Isolation. You couldn't watch the TV.
It's spooky.
It was great.
I mean, listen, I'm just not good at games like that. So I will watch you play.
Great.
But everyone's going to get annoyed if I play. It's going to go poorly. That's just how it is.
That's all right. Well, if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can, HGOPodcast. Want to follow me directly, you can on Instagram at IAtTheHaunted. Twitch.tv/IAtTheHaunted. And if you want to email us, tell us a scary story. Tell us your personal encounter with aliens. Tell us a supernatural story. Or just tell us something fucking ridiculous that you've been through, crime-related, or whatever. Whatever you think will be really funny for the podcast. Or just insane. Whatever. You can. HGOPodcast@gmail.com. Yes. Pass off day.
Hi, you can follow me right there, Lunar Thrill. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Twitch. Not that I post a ton on any of those, but I'm there.
She's active. She's on there.
I see it. I see when I get followers. I don't do nothing about it, but I see it.
She doesn't do anything about it. But hey,
but, you know,
one thing I'll do something about it is I'll kiss you on the mouth. But also, follow us on TikTok at HGO Podcast.
You also interrupted my last part of my
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You can also follow our dog at Spirit the Turv on Instagram. She's a sleepy lady. She's here though. I promise she's alive. There's some movement.
She's tired.
Deepy girl.
So Spirit the Turv,
Yes.
Lunar Thrill, I Out the Haunted, and HGO Podcast. We out here.
We out here.
This episode we were in a sync as much as we were. Maybe I shouldn't take sleeping medication before we take a podcast.
Probably not.
I feel like I'm not as fired up as I normally am.
Probably a good idea to not take sleeping meds, but
Yeah. That'll be all right.
it's fine.
But like I said, next week we're going to get real heavy with it. You ready?
Boy.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Maybe.
And then the series after that, I got a really fun idea. But we'll get to it when we get to it. So remember to stay spooky
Stay haunted.
and stay Australian.
Arnar.
Arnar. Cleo.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.